Morning, folks. Phil Gallagher here for your daily dose of D&T. This is round 2 with our blue, white, red D&T list, courtesy of MZ Frost. Let's see how we do with it. We won round 1 versus a red Eldrazi deck. We'll be keeping this hand. Get kind of a traditional D&T hand of like Mom into Thalia. We've got a little bit too much clunk here. Okay. Well, don't know what my opponent is doing. I do know that I'll be jamming Mother of Runes, and I think I'll be doing it off of Tundra. I'll just kind of hope that my opponent isn't playing back to basics in whatever pile they're playing over there. I'm guessing they're going to be a Chalice deck, so my 1 is probably going to be safe. But I don't know for sure. Fuck. Alright. That's good. Am I attacking? My opponent has shown me Volcanic Island, so there's probably some degree of red removal. My opponent doesn't have it right now, though, or they would have just answered the Mom. So I think I'm going to go ahead and make a cheeky attack in. So I know they have Mox Diamond in hand. Okay. So that was their draw for turn, otherwise they could have done it previously. So my opponent is some number of colors control featuring Counterbalance, Mox Diamond, and Astrolabe. They also have Wasteland, which means maybe Wrenn and 6 is in there as well. So they want to redraw that, obviously. Savannah. Okay. I should maybe have considered playing my spells pre-combat to like try to play around some weird Snapcaster fire things that could occur. Okay. Goodbye, Mother of Runes. No, goodbye, Thalia. I really wish I hit a land drop there. I think I need to just attack with both of these creatures, kill the Wrenn and 6. and respect the possibility that my opponent could have like a lightning bolt or something to savagely blow me out if I do something different. We'll just hard cast this sword. Opponent's deck is kind of weird. Not entirely sure what happens if this leaves the battlefield. Just throwing that out there. I think they get their thing back. Alright, so we're playing against a 4, maybe 5 color enchantment Renin 6 Mox Diamond Graveyard Value deck. So Palace Jailer seems good. Rest in Peace seems fine. Magus of the Moon's probably okay. I guess I'm boarding in Wear Tear. 8 cards is a lot of cards. I don't know that I actually want to board this many cards. Like, I might only end up playing like 2 Rest in Peace or something like that. So, what of my cards are bad? Jute is probably not ideal. I'll probably board that out. These are great. Like, these are great. They're not coming out. These are great. These are probably bad. At least 3 of the Stoneforge, the Batterskull, and the Sword of Fire and Ice probably need to stay in. I can board out some X1s in respect of Renin 6. My opponent also may have something like Plague Engineer. It's not outside the realm of possibility. I can also consider Pyroblast for things like Jace. So what if I just play like 2 Rest in Peace, cut all 4 of my Thalias, and play Pyroblasts in respect of like Jace, Narset, Counterbalance? This still leaves me with 24 creatures. Most of them are value-oriented. I'm not overly exposed to Renin 6. I may be boarding a touch too, like, reactively, in that, like, I'm bringing in Pyroblast, Rips, and Wear Tears, like, that are all these, like, reactive cards for what my opponent plays, but I think it's probably fine. I just don't really feel like the Thalia is going to be great when my opponent's on the play with their Mox Diamond Renin 6 deck. That's in there too. So I could wear this and try to cut them off of both red and green, but I think that's a little too ambitious. Or is it? Like, is their deck just gonna like stone cold fold to not having correct colors? I'm not gonna do it. I think it's too important to be able to remove something like humility later on in the game. Force, pitch, force. Sure. Do I want to wasteland that plateau? I don't think amount of mana matters all that much right now. Do I want a spell queller? I don't really think I want a spell queller. I am thinking about blowing this up. I think it's just greedy too, though. I think I want my opponent to blink first. Yeah, I'm fine with all that. Could blow up the plateau right now in an effort to make their astrolabe more awkward. Or I could like wear the astrolabe right now. I think I'm just gonna let it go. I think this is a game of pure resources now, rather than a game of mana denial. Although the idea of double wastelanding my opponent and wearing the astrolabe is starting to look good, since I drew another land. think I blow it up. I think I blow it up right here. No, I should wait until after they fetch. Let them get a color, presumably a big. Oh no, they got a Savannah. I don't want them to cast Wrenn and 6 this turn. I guess doing this drops Spell Queller, which means if they have land plus Wrenn and 6, they could have done it, but whatever. Eh. Nope. Nope. This has devolved into a very strange game. Palace Jailer off the top? And I'm so screwed if they find Wrenn and 6 and like get to recycle that Lonely Sandbar every turn. Well, this is a good card. It'll insulate me from a Jace. Or Narset, or Counterbalance. Not that, though. That is real bad. Am I in marginal thinning territory? No, I don't think so. Do they have access to Wasteland yet? No, they don't have access to Wasteland yet. But I should not crack my fetches in case I need to get basics. Recruiter for Deputy of Detention, Wrenn and 6? I don't hate it. I might need to get the mountain over the island and respect my Pyroblast. So like 1, 2, 3. Could also play a slightly longer game and get like Palace Jailer or P and K, because I do have P and K plus Caracas. It's actually kind of interesting. But I give I telegraph to my opponent what's happening if I don't just remove the Wrenn and 6, and I'll give them a chance to like Lonely Sandbar again, plus like potentially like dig for an answer to it. So I think this is fine. Okay. Didn't necessarily expect that to be in there. If I went for P and K, the Wasteland would have devastated me. So no regrets in that regard. The Wasteland is going to start obliterating me. Slowly. Nope. So my opponent will, it looks like, choose to continue to Lonely Sandbar rather than try to Wasteland me out of the game. Not looking good here. Note I don't have something like Cataclysm in this deck list to directly drag me out of this. And that makes it so that Wrenn and 6 can kill literally any of my creatures. That is not a good draw. I think once that Wrenn and 6 emblems, I'm done for. It'll probably happen on 8 rather than 7, though. I think I need to hold this in an attempt to do something. Because I think they're just going to like plus on the Wrenn one more time before ultimating it. And then the mom can be bait this turn to have them not ultimate it. But they might just ultimate and then Swords to Plowshares it, discarding a land. I'm glad that they're continuing to play out the lands rather than hold them for the emblem. It gives me some semblance of hope. So I'll have to fetch to get a fresh draw with Jace. From Jace. Okay. Okay. That is a start. If this gets forced, though, I'm just going to concede. Oh, nope. Okay. Great. So I can't play this out yet. The Wrenn and 6 will just like minus and kill it. So we'll hold it for a little while, try to like answer the Wrenn and 6 or the Humility, and then do something. But I have a feeling that like Jace Fate Seal is just good enough to take us out of the game with the Humility in play. It's gonna be a long one. At least there's not a lot of gas in the graveyard right now. That's the good news. And it does look like my opponent doesn't have black. I also don't really understand, like, not getting the emblem. Because of, like, this exact scenario that's about to happen. I think I do still have to remove the Wrenn and 6 given board. Oh, fuck. Yep. Yep. Well, now that I've done something stupid, let's commit to something stupid. I needed to hold for a Wear Tear. Wear Tear, Humility, and the Astrolabe, or Humility, Mox Diamond, then Deputy of Detention, Wrenn and 6. I think I'm out of this one now. I mean, not that I was really in it before. All right. You know, I think I'm just going to call this one. I don't see myself really getting out of it. Yeah. So now I'm on the play. Do I want to change anything? The Thalia's become better on the play. I can consider the third Rest in Peace just because Wrenn and 6 plus Lonely Sandbar or Wasteland is just so devastating against me. Maybe I'll trim a Mom for the third Rest in Peace. And I think I like my other stuff better than Thalia. Like, Magus of the Moon versus Thalia is probably pretty close, though. Like, my opponent, since they're on an Astrolabe mana base, has a whole bunch of non-basics. Or sorry, a whole bunch of snow basics. So I'm probably not just going to get them with Magus. It can be protection for me against Wasteland, but it might be an equal hindrance to me. Isn't it crazy that against the 4-color deck, I'm not necessarily sure if Magus of the Moon is good? How obnoxious Wrenn and 6 is. Maybe I should keep a 1 as a tutor target. Nah. I would like to play the game first. I don't know if this hand is good enough. I have absolutely no gas. Wasteland isn't great against my opponent's deck. Like, Vile Starts are great and all, but I have nothing. And I think I need some degree of early pressure or interaction. And I don't think I have that. I'm going to ship this one. I'll be keeping this hand. It's not great. But the game's probably going long. I'm going to send back the Meddling Mage, since I can't really cast that in the immediate future. Like, I'm not going to cast that in the turns where it's most impactful. Go on Plateau. Rarely said legacy words right there. in great shape if I spike a third land next turn. Yeah, rats, my opponent had another ponder. A quick shuffle with the ponder into another island. I accept that as a draw. It's not the land that I wanted, but it's still quite good. Lonely sandbar. Fuck. Yep. GG. Alright, so they had multiple lonely sandbars. That's nice to know. Alright, great. I think we're kind of priced into going for plateau again. Force pitching Fire Ice. That's not great for me. Getting rid of, like, what I presume will be all of the lonely sandbars would have been very good. Since they're not fetching... Oh god, am I just going to get jaced here? Actually, that would be okay. If they don't have another force, then I just get to Pyroblast it and, like, be done with it. So that may just be a 4-mana Brainstorm. It's either a 4-mana Brainstorm or I'm, like, super dead. Those are the two timelines that we live in. Nice. I think my land is more valuable than their volcanic island, so I'll just be passing here. That's actually surprisingly bad for us. Because it will, like, turn on Wrenn and 6. Yeah, there we go. And now we just get wastelanded out of this game. Yep. So I think it will be correct for my opponent to wasteland our wasteland this turn. I'll take their volcanic island out, but then they keep me off of casting a 3-drop. I can't even play that. I have to just pass the turn. A great illustration of two things. Number one, why D&T is bad in the current metagame. It's because Wrenn and 6 is obnoxious. And simultaneously, number two, why D&T very rarely chooses to splash. Splashing in this current wasteland Wrenn and 6 centric metagame, very dangerous. But this list was too cool not to try. All right, I think that's gonna be good enough for me. I can keep. No, this is just a 1/1. It's just 1/1 Ren minus 1/1 Ren minus. Like, I guess I'm not dead. I guess I'm not dead. I can draw Wear Terror, blow up Humility, Deputy of Detention, Ren and 6, and be in this game. But I'm throwing in the towel if my opponent gets another Planeswalker. I also think if my opponent's hand is strong, they should wasteland my Arid Mesa and force me to fetch. So I can play a 1/1 if I'd like, but then my wasteland gets wastelanded. So I don't really think that gets me anywhere. I saw last game that they weren't really willing to just ultimate the Ren right away. They just kept plussing. So if that's going to be their play pattern, I don't need to just remove this Ren from the table ASAP because they'll just keep plussing. Now I guess I'll play a 1/1. This is pretty miserable. I'm not gonna lie to you, YouTube. I also really wonder what my opponent's land count is like. Alright, now they have the emblem. That's unfortunate. And that means that they have like Force of Wills and such available from graveyard. Alright. Let's throw in the towel there. We'll try again tomorrow. I hope you enjoyed, folks. See you later.